to my kitchen. A couple of weeks back I did a chat and channel update and I said I was considering doing a monthly favorites video. Well, the response was so overwhelming that I should go ahead and do that I thought, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to start doing our monthly favorites the first Sunday of every month. And today is our official, very first monthly favorites for Noreen's Kitchen. Now, I have a few different things. We're going to talk about kitchen favorites, which the 99% of what's here I use in the kitchen. And some of them you've heard me talk about before. Some of them were sent to me to review, and I really, really like them. So, one of them in particular was sent to me as a gift from a viewer, and I really love it. And a couple of them are high-ticket items that I use in my kitchen all the time that I wanted to just really focus and highlight just a couple of minutes here today because they really do make my life easier. All right, we're going to get started. One thing I wanted to start with was these. These are Debbie Meyer Genius Sponges. I had a viewer by the name of Kimberly who sent me a package of these, and there were 12 in here. You can see that I have used 5 of them already. But not because they've worn out. I have worn one out, but I have them in the bathrooms, and I think Rick has one out in the carport. Didn't you take one? I thought you took one for something, but in any case, I did give one to my mother as well. This sponge lasts like an amazing length of time, and the special part of this sponge is that, like, if you wipe up after you're done cleaning up the dishes at night after supper or whenever, and you let this dry out overnight, it's going to kill some ridiculous amount of bacteria in the sponge. It will not grow in the sponge. And these are purchased through HSN. I have no affiliation with HSN at all. These were sent to me as a gift. I have no affiliation with Debbie Meyer. I love these sponges, and I will continue to purchase these in the future. I think that they're awesome. I have tried a couple of other Debbie Meyer's products, and they're great. In any case, I'll put a link on HSN where you can pick these up. So I highly recommend these sponges. Thank you, Kimberly, for sending me these. It was super thoughtful of you to send these my way. She also sent a stamp set for my girls, and I was really excited to have that over the holidays. We had fun with that as well. But check that out. That's the Debbie Meyer Genius Sponge. I really, really like it. You may be familiar with these. These are those lovely orange touch heat silicone gloves that I demonstrated in another video. I really do like these. And I love that I can hang them up. I love that I can put them in the dishwasher. And I love that I can just grab them. Because like I said, I am not an oven mitt girl. I am grab the dish towel and take things out of the oven girl. So these really are nice because I can just put them on my hand and go for it. And I did want to say, I had someone say to put some powder inside, and I'm going to do that. And also, I totally phased it. You know, if you're a home canner, these things are going to be great because you can lift your jars out of the water as long as the water's not too deep, because you don't want to burn your hands by having the water get in there. But these are great if you're a canner, especially if you need to hold the jar while you're screwing on the lid, because then you won't burn. You know, my dominant hand is my right one, so I'm holding the jar with my left hand to screw the lid on. So I would definitely be putting this on my left hand so I could hold the hot jar to put the lid on the top before putting it in for processing. So I did want to mention that. I really like these gloves. I'm not just saying that, and I hope that you'll check these out too if you want to get yourself a pair. They're very reasonably priced, and they're available through Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description box below. These skillets. Rick gave me these skillets for Christmas. These are Bialetti, and they're the ceramic coated nonstick. You can see I am using these all the time now. I have not forsaken my cast iron. I still love my cast iron. But these things are so nonstick that water won't even stick to them. And I know that I've said that in other videos, but these are definitely in my top favorites for the month of January. We're using these all the time. These cook eggs like nobody's business, and I love a good egg pan, and it's important to me to have a good egg pan, having worked in restaurants for so many years. You can't cook, I cannot cook eggs in a cast iron skillet. I don't like cooking eggs in a cast iron skillet. I like cooking eggs in an egg pan, and these are beautiful.
10-inch and a 12-inch here.
Yeah, there's a 10-inch and a 12-inch. I'll put links in the description box where you can find these. These are available on Amazon. Rick bought them for me in the grocery store.
And they have lots more.
Yeah, they actually have a deep skillet that I'd like to get my hands on as well. You do need to use non-stick utensils on this because it will scratch, and you don't want to do that. And that's, I've been using this. Rada sent me this one. This is their nylon turner, and I love it. I've been using that for making eggs. And since we're talking about Rada, I'm going to talk about Rada because every single day I reach for these things, okay? I reach for this every morning, and either this little plastic cutting mat or this big plastic cutting mat. I love these. I could have a dozen of these in my house at any given time. I've taken to sticking them behind the faucet on my sink so I can just reach for them, grab them. They go into the dishwasher. They wash up really well. You can tell that I have used this. This is one of the first things that Rada ever sent me back in November, and I have used it every single day ever since, and I love it. And they just sent me a package of these. These come 3 to a pack, and I use these often as well. This is the Junior Cook's knife. This has the black handle on it, and I reach for this one or the Cook's knife every day. I love them. And my handy stir. I use this nearly every single day, whether I'm mixing up a cake batter or scrambling some eggs or whatever it is I'm doing. This thing is always within my reach. I love it. I know that I make a lot of great treats, and I share with you how to make great recipes. But I found these, and I love them. These are all natural by Keebler. Yes, you're reading that correctly. And literally, the ingredients on this are flour, butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, baking soda, and salt. That's it. So I recommend these. I really, really enjoy these. They have a peanut butter and chocolate chip version and a chocolate chip version as well, which I have not tried, simply because I like to have a butter cookie every now and then, but I really wanted to tell you about these. We're really enjoying the wine Awesomeness wine that we've been getting. I shared about that with you in another video. When I reviewed it, we continued to get this, and we have become wine lovers in our own right, and I have to thank them for that. If you want more information on Wine Awesomeness, I'll put it in the information box below. If you use my coupon code, you can get your first box for free. All you have to do is pay shipping, which is $15, and that comes out to $5 a bottle for your first box, so you can check that out. January has been great for me. I've had a lot of time to craft, because you know that I like to craft. I've been working on some of these altered composition notebooks. I shared some pictures on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, and you have an Instagram, look me up. I'm Noreen's Kitchen on Instagram, and you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Noreen's Kitchen on Twitter. You can find me on Etsy. I'll put a link below. It's Mockingbird Emporium on Etsy, and I'll just, you know, flip through these so you can see. I've been doing these in the evening, sitting down with Rick, enjoying his company, and just enjoying my crafting time. So that's what I have been doing, and that is definitely a January favorite. My Elite 10-quart pressure cooker that you've seen me use in many, many videos. I don't think I could live without this anymore. I used to think, you know, gosh, do I need another appliance? But to be quite honest with you, after I got my first pressure cooker, which was the Wolfgang Puck version, and I literally wore 2 of those out. I don't know if this one is offered. This one sells out really fast. It's available on HSN, but I'm going to put a link for you down below where you can get an 8-quart version of this. pressure cooker, they are available in different places. But I'm going to put a link for you below where you can find the 8-quart version. And the last January favorite is going to be my Bosch mixer. I love it. I do still have my KitchenAid, and I am going to use it until I can't use it anymore. I can use it for lighter duty things. I just can't use it to make bread anymore. It just isn't going to work. This dough hook extender, if some of you purchased a Bosch after I purchased mine, then you know that if you go to make a single loaf of bread without this extender, it ain't going to work, because the mixer isn't going to be able to do what it was intended to do, which is properly knead your dough. This little plastic dough hook extender reaches all the way down to the bottom of the bowl and pushes the dough around properly. This dough hook extender is very inexpensive. It's less than $5, and you can get it just about anywhere that sells the Bosch. I purchased my Bosch from a store called everythingkitchens.com. They had a Black Friday special, and that's how I got mine. But they are available in several places. I'll put a link down below so you can go check it out if it's something for you. It's not inexpensive, okay? This is an investment item. But if you are a bread baker and you enjoy making lots of bread, then it is going to be important for you to have a machine that's going to see you through. That's my January favorites. I hope you enjoyed them. This is in no way an endorsement or paid placement or anything else. These really are things that I use every single day in my kitchen or, you know, throughout the month. I don't use my pressure cooker every single day. I don't use my mixer every single day, but they come out at least once a week. And, you know, these are just things that make life easier in our house. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you're interested in any of them, you can find the information down below with links and all of that good stuff. So until next time, I'll see ya.